guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and this is, I think, the fourth video in my series about my mom. If you missed the first three, they're linked down below. I recommend watching them before you watch this one, just to keep everything in order. So, at this point in the story, it is Saturday, September 29th, 2018. This day we had really beautiful, clear weather. We could fly the helicopters and the drones. We got the search dogs out. It was finally nice to see good weather. It had been so foggy and wet and rainy, and it was finally nice to have a good day. So this day, I think this is the first day we walked up to Clingman's Dome to see the view. We hadn't done that because we were just so busy worrying, the trailhead. So we actually walked up there, me, my sister, my brother, David, and then two of my aunts. There was actually a volunteer park ranger stationed at the bottom interviewing people coming off of the Appalachian Trail. And so when they would come out, he actually held them down there and told them not to come up yet, because it is so rare to get to stay at the top of Clingman's Dome and see everything up there. Number one, on a clear day, and it was a gorgeous day, and number two, by yourselves. And he was like, that was just such a private moment for you and your family, and I wanted you to be able to be up there and experience that, because not a lot of people get to do that alone. And so that meant a lot to us, I think. I don't think we realized it at the time, but it was really nice to be there and be together and hike up there together. And yeah, so I like that. We got gorgeous pictures that day, and it was really nice. And I actually went back a couple weeks ago after the search and everything happened, and after everyone was gone and it all wrapped up, and I went back with Joe, who was the leader of the search team who coordinated everything with us, and I went back up to the dome, and it was super busy, and I had to wait in line to get a picture. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So it was really, really special to be up there. Saturday and Sunday, we also stayed late on the mountain and thanked everyone as they came out. We just got to hang out up there all day, and be there. There wasn't really much to do, but we were occupied all day. So it is what it was. Lots of talking and just hanging out and sitting down and looking out at how pretty everything was, and worrying and wondering and being thankful that you had everyone out there doing their jobs really well. So I think I mentioned the dogs got there that day. Yeah. Oh.
Hi, honey. Hey, good job. You smelled me.
I don't know if I'm supposed to touch you or not, so I'm not.
I think you're still working.
He's touching me.
I think it was Saturday that my dad actually had a lady come up to him at the Newfound Gap area that we were handing out missing flyers with my mom, and she came up to him, and she came up first to one of the other people who was there. Someone from my mom's work came and helped us pass out flyers. The lady kept coming back to the area that they were passing stuff out at, saying that she kept having visions of my mom coming out of the woods, walking, and there's a certain area. Little did I know before this whole thing started, my family is what is the word? Extremely superstitious, I guess. And my grandma, I guess, used to have psychics come into the house and talk to my mom and her siblings and all sorts of stuff. And my grandma was reading the tarot cards and everything when she first found out that my mom went missing and everything. And so this being how my mom would be found wouldn't surprise anyone. So this lady comes up to my dad and was like, you need to follow me. I know she's gonna walk out here. And my dad was like, okay, is she alive? And she was like, yeah, she's walking. She's in a lot of pain, but she's walking. And he was like, okay, where do you want me to go? So the girl hopped on the back of her boyfriend's bike, and my dad followed them down to this little pull off like viewpoint area, and she was like, this is the place, and they walked along the side of the woods for a while, and she was like, stop right here, this is where she walks out. And my dad was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And she was like, go in there. And so my dad went down like through the little brush area and then down across like a little creek area and then back up a little hill and kept walking. And I guess at this point the lady couldn't see him, but she was like, he like yelled back and was like, am I going the right way? Like, is this what I should be doing? The lady was like, no, you're going too far to the right. You need to go back over to the left and you need to continue in a straight line. And my dad was like, okay, well, like, how far do you want me to go? Like, what do you want me to do? And she was like, keep going all the way to the top. And my dad was like, okay, lady, number one, my kid's mom is already lost out here somewhere. I'm not going in here and getting lost myself. And he was like, okay, like, I'll, whatever. And I think the lady, like, eventually, like, ended up leaving, but my dad broke a lot of the sticks going through to make a path, and then he went back the next day with the tape they were using in the search and marked off a little path for, like, he kept saying, like, obviously he's not going to go in there and search it, but, like, he's not qualified to do that. But, like, if my mom had been somewhere like that and saw the tape and could, like, wander down and out of the path of, like, the broken little twigs or whatever, it would be a way to get out and, like, realize that that was there. But the crazy thing is, obviously my mom was not found walking out alive right there. But the crazy part is, my dad talked to Joe about it, and Joe told him that, yeah, he knew that exact area, and if you would have gone all the way up the mountain right there, the top of it's Clingman's Dome, and that's where my mom was last seen. So that's really crazy. I have no idea if the lady knew that or, what the heck, but my dad said, like, she was crazy, like, trembling and shaking and holding her hands up, and she almost fainted, and her boyfriend had to catch her, and she was, like, so emotionally involved in, like, telling him this that, like, it was believable, I guess. I don't know, but that gave us a lot of hope that day, and I think at this point in the search, like, we really needed hope to hang on to, because we're like, how long are we going to be here? It's almost been, like, a week, like, what do we do? And so, I don't know, that just, it is what it is. That's, I guess, what we needed that day, but we all just wanted to get some lawn chairs and set them up right there in that spot and wait for her to just pop out. They kept saying she was just going to pop out somewhere, and we were like, that's a really interesting phrase, because I'm thinking she's probably pretty hurt in the woods if she hasn't popped out literally that night. But it happens all the time where people go missing overnight or just for a few hours and then they pop out somewhere, but it wasn't for us, and that's okay. By Monday, still no real word or anything. They had a few random hits with the, like, DNA plane that I was talking about before, but, like, not in the right area, so they really thoroughly searched that area, but it wasn't, like, anything. And so I think the plane actually flew over where her body would have been, and it didn't get a hit, so it was a bust, but that's okay. We needed to be hopeful about that. So I'm, like, at this point, I've convinced myself that I think she died the night she went missing, so, it didn't work, just waiting game for us. We're in the whole nightmare of her missing, and then we're in the whole nightmare of her actually dying and being dead and laying in the woods, and so you just got to pick what nightmare's worse and which one would you rather live longer. And so, I don't know. Anyway, by Monday they find a poncho, a head of a poncho, like the hood of it, ripped off in a drainage kind of nearby. And so, of course, my mom and sister bought ponchos that were sold in the park, so you really don't know if, it could be hers or if it was someone else's that blew off and, eventually just got in that area or whatever. But they, like, having zero sign of anything until this, which is Monday. She went missing on Tuesday, so Monday is almost a week later. They started rolling with this, and they started going down the path, like down the mountain. Pro tip, if you're ever lost, you better sit your butt down and wait for someone to find you. But if you can't do that, find a creek bed or something and go downhill, because those are the places they first search. FYI. But anyway, after the poncho, a little bit farther down, they actually found a footprint. And so all Monday, it was my job to find out what kind of shoes she was wearing. So we thought she was wearing purple and white shoes. They used to be mine, so I literally got online. I found the exact print of the bottom of the shoe, the exact, design of it. I found the dimensions. I contacted Nike. I was like, here's everything you need to confirm that that is her footprint. And then I sent someone, they were like, you need to make sure she's wearing those shoes. So I sent my cousin and my mom's aunt to my house, and I was like, dig through every closet and find every pair of gym shoe you can, and I want pictures of every single one of them. And so they sent me all these pictures, and of course, there was the white and purple one, and I was like, well, shoot, I have no idea what she's wearing now. Found out a little bit later they were green and white. Couldn't find the bottoms of them. Contacted Nike, contacted everyone to try to find them, but we got the basic, like, it would be this dimension, whatever. Found pictures of them so we could update the press release. Oh yeah, that's something I never talked about in a few videos past. The press release was sent out on, gosh, I don't even know what day it was. Probably Thursday or Friday maybe, and that's when I came out on Facebook that it was a thing, and it made it real, and it updated everyone outside of family, because I hadn't done that before. But that made it real, and that involved everyone. But it was all, like, nothing really negative came out about it, so it's okay. Actually, just kidding, because Good Morning America contacted me, and almost every major news person contacted me. Almost every news station in Knoxville and Cincinnati contacted me for quotes, found my phone number, called me, texted me, messaged me on Facebook. It was ridiculous. But anyway, the shoes. They just decided, the poncho and the shoe print, that's what we're going off of now. It's still a recent footprint, like, we got to follow this. And so that's where we that's what we ended with for Monday. We started Tuesday morning with the search dogs having a positive hit on the poncho 2 out of 3 times, which means that they did the articles of clothing that Emily and I had gone through the car and gotten. I forgot to say that part too. When we went and walked the trail on Thursday, we had to look through my mom's suitcase and find clothes for the search dogs to have a sense of her. But they had positive hit on, 2 out of 3 times. And so that's what led us into Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday is a long day. It's a hard day. Tuesday's the day that they found her. And I'm going to leave that whole day for the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload the next video. That's it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.